So you can put your feet on the pedals, just rest them on the pedal, that front bit there, that's it.
Welcome back to the channel. It's been some time since I posted a video, but today we get to fly with Doug as he enjoys an introductory flying lesson. So come with us and enjoy a beautiful flight together.
We're going to go left here, so we start to turn just before we get there, so start now. Push, push, push harder, harder, that's it. Little lovely turn. And now straighten it up there with the right foot. Don't make it go off. That's fine.
If you'd like to receive a free monthly newsletter, then click in the More section below to join. It's free and you can unsubscribe at any time.
Nose will just off the ground. And when it's ready, it'll take off. There she is, she's flying. Look, no hands. No hands. The plane will fly itself.
Yeah.
Like that?
Yep.
Bit scary, isn't it, with the guys who've got hands on the wheel.
So you got it all trimmed?
I've got it trimmed. So I don't have to touch it. We're going up at about 500 foot a minute, which is about normal.
Yep.
So this is where we'd go if we had an engine failure. These paddocks here, there's nothing here. That race course is far too small to get into.
Is there anybody here?
No, not a soul. Just you and me. That I'm aware of.
So we don't have to look around?
Well, you've got to keep a lookout because they can be flying around here without a radio.
Fine.
Or they have a radio that they think is working but it's not. So it's important to make sure that it's working.
Yeah.
Okay? So if you want, you can hold the stick. Controls. Flaps are up, we don't need the fuel pump anymore. And really all you need to do is look out the front. You look for other aircraft, but more importantly, it's the position of the pitch of the nose and the horizon. And we're going up just a little bit, which is fine, so we can just trim forward just a little bit there. That might need a little bit of trim. There we are. Not going up or down now. You constantly need to chase it because it's always going to be whatever that picture looks like out the front. Some people use their fingers.
Yeah.
Whatever suits you, it's up to you. I don't know whether you can tell, but that left wing is a bit lower. That's it. So you balance. That's it. Perfect. Lovely. And because the air's moving, you're constantly having to control what you want to do, right?
Yeah.
So now we're at 2,000 feet, so then we get attitude, we get the nose in the right position. About there.
Yeah.
Bring the power back to 2,800. Keep pulling back. About there. And then trim it so that it doesn't keep climbing anymore. Push that little lever forward a little bit. And we're not going up or down now.
I don't understand this.
Okay, this is attached to that.
Yeah.
So if I was to bring this back, this is like a small adjustment. Okay, so if I bring this back, what happens here?
Okay.
Okay, so when you get the picture out the front here, you don't want to have pressure in here. So I'll trim it the wrong way just to show what I mean.
Okay.
Now you start pulling back. Feel the tension in your hand there?
Yeah, yeah.
So you can fix that by getting. That'll hold it there for you.
So it makes it all
Makes it what, sorry?
nice and gentle.
Yeah.
Virtually just fingertips.
Just put your microphone a little closer to your lips. That's it. Better.
So you're doing this just on your fingertips.
Yeah, so I normally just fly with a couple of fingers.
Yeah.
The minute you do this, it won't work. So just a few, and if it keeps coming up, which it is at the moment, you push it forward with this just a little bit, and then trim it, that'll hold it there for you.
Right.
Now let go. Not coming up or down.
Yeah.
Nice and smooth.
Okay.
But it will do this all day.
Yeah.
So you've got to constantly, you're always trimming, is what you're saying.
Yeah. I don't.
So, just sorry. You want to go? We'll go up underneath that cloud. We can go up to 3,000 feet. So We want to climb up there, so put some power on, ease it on all the way to the floor, keep going. Nice and smooth all the way in. And we can pitch it up a little bit, about there. So we get up underneath that cloud. Not allowed in it, most important. That's better, you're keeping your wing level then.
The air's different in.
Yeah, much colder. So, you're keeping your wings fairly level and you're not climbing up or down, so that's a good picture you've got in your head. That left wing's down just a little bit, that's it, that's there. And the problem we have here is that the right hand wing is full of fuel and the left hand one is showing a bit empty. Yep. So we've got more weight on one side, which we have to balance all the time.
They don't equalise?
They will overnight on the ground.
Oh, okay.
They both drain into a common tank,
yep.
which then it gets pumped up. No, there's a great trust develops between instructors and our passengers, pilots. Holding that really nicely, it's spot on. We're doing about 90-95 knots, which is about what it should be cruising at. We're in some lovely smooth air. Just the air, got a little bit of bump in it, quite safe. Have a look down at the mine now.
I've never seen that.
No, amazing, isn't it, from this height?
Yeah.
So now we can do a nice gentle turn round to the left. Nice and gentle, not too hard. Look how deep it is. Yeah, don't worry about the front, we're quite safe up here. Look out the window.
Yeah. Right.
Massive, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know what they're getting out of it.
It's for cement products.
Is it?
Yeah. Soda ash?
Okay, something like that. Yep, okay.
Yeah.
And you'd have to say someone's flying and it's not me, so it must be you. And the plane, of course. I think that's Tanunda. That's Anguston back there.
Oh, that's very.
Yep. So we'll do a little circle on it, we'll fly along it, take off again. We won't touch down. See how it just blends into everything else? Until you see the windsock, you don't know where it is. Traffic rolling flat, Jabro 7693 is overhead rolling flat airfield at 1,800 rolling flat. You feel it's going sideways? That's the wind pushing us.
Stronger lower down today.
Yeah, absolutely. Be a bit more bouncy down here too. It's a very short runway, isn't it? When you think you have a whole air show here.
Lot of it.
So now you've been to rolling flat. Tick that one off. And we're going up at about 500 foot a minute, which is about a nice climb and also a nice descent. It's about 500 foot a minute. We'll look at the front and make sure we don't hit anything. So we're not high enough yet really to get over these safely, so we'll do a circle, right, and get up a little higher, then we can go across safely. Make sense? Yep.
We're about on that level.
Yeah, so we need to get up a little higher to do that. We could get across there, but you want to have clearance just in case something goes wrong. Always got to prepare for the worst. So now we're going up at 500 foot a minute. Two pilots agreeing to avoid each other.
Whereabouts?
I couldn't hear them. Because it was very staticky like that, they're a long way away. So if we listen, for example, we switch over here and listen to Adelaide, you'll hear that'll be much quieter. That's Adelaide Tower, right? arriving aircraft in Adelaide Airport.
Okay.
You can see already there's all trees here, and then once you get down on the other edge, there's nothing. Just between here and Waikerie, there's just not much to see really.
Yeah.
You can see a lot of things, you know, all those brown patches, they're all vineyards. After a while you get used to what they're saying. To start with it sounds like a foreign language, but after a while you get the idea of what they're doing. Particularly if you fly, then you know what the words are. So the question that I often ask people is, we hope it never happens, but what would happen if the engine were to fail?
If the engine were to fail,
Yeah.
I would imagine you'd want to put the nose down a bit to keep the speed up,
Yeah.
and you'd be looking around as quick somewhere to
Yep.
pitch.
So I'm not going to turn the engine off, that would be stupid, right? You
Yeah.
never turn off a very good engine. But what I'll do is I'll bring the throttle back to idle, and so the prop on idle is giving us about 5 knots. Not much at all really, okay? So in the main, we've got our speed here at the moment purely by the propeller pulling us.
Yeah.
Okay, so if I pull the carburetor on just for now, and I just gently bring the power back, trim it to hold it there. 65 is our best glide speed. 65 will keep us up here the longest.
Okay.
So there we are, we don't have an engine. And we're still flying, aren't we? Yep.
Drop in.
Yeah, we've got to come down, we can't stay up because we
Yeah,
don't have an
that's
engine.
right, yeah.
But this gives me plenty of time to look
To
for
look
a good
around,
field. And
yeah.
work
So
it like it.
65.
Yep, 65 is the
Yeah.
optimal gliding
So
speed.
that is a no-no.
Yeah, so you trim it to hold it there, 65, there it is.
You could go all day on that.
Well, you're coming down.
Yeah.
So we're coming down to 500 feet a minute, 3,500. It'll take us
So
7 minutes to come down,
Yeah, so you got 7 minutes
to find somewhere. Yep.
Yeah.
And it may be behind us. Who knows where it is. But people often concern themselves, oh, but what happens if the engine stops? I would much rather be in this than a jumbo jet.
Yeah.
Because it needs, you know, a 6-mile runway to land. Here we just land in a paddock or golf course wherever we can find a spot. So we're coming down at 400 foot a minute, which is 500 foot, perfect.
Lovely little plane, isn't
Oh,
it?
they're beautiful. And they're so robust. Be amazed at some of the things you can do to them and you still don't break them. Not that we try to break them.
I don't want to know about that.
That wasn't a bad way to fill in an afternoon, was it?
I love it.
It's addictive.
Oh yeah.
Very addictive.
You don't tell me. I shall certainly can.
So we want to aim for the hangars, which is to the left of the runway there. See them there, all the hangars?
Yep.
And we want to be at 1,200 when we get over the hangars. How would you do that? That's it, and pull the power back a little bit. We don't want to get faster and faster. About 2,000. There. Heating on again.
Yeah.
There's the fire we were looking for, see?
Yeah.
Okay, so my controls, my aeroplane. Good job. Did well. So the wind's straight down the runway, which is nice. Caller traffic Jabiru 7693, joining midfield crosswind 23, caller. Okay, fuel pump's on, we need one stove, go full flap.
Taps to land.
Feel them slow, slows you right down. Now I've got to watch the airspeed, 63 knots, I'm looking about there. Yeah?
I know that green sign is important.
Only if you hit it, only if you hit it.
They ought to move.
Yeah, it's not in a good position.
Time I drive under it, I think.
Yeah, it's not nice.
No.
You wouldn't want to hit that in a hurry.
No.
Thankfully no one has so far. Traffic caller, Jabiru 7693, final 23, full stop caller. Again, I'm watching my speed here.
Yep.
So the airspeed, I'm not watching this. All I'm watching is that airspeed.
Yeah, yeah, that's it.
At 63 knots, I'm still flying nicely.
Yeah.
Or above. But you get too much slower than that, it could be a bit problematic. Oop, come over.
So are you on rudder now?
I'm doing both.
Right. Gonna land on the.
Sorry?
Gonna land on the.
On the gravel, not the bitumen.
Okay.
We can land on the bitumen, the gravel's more forgiving. Watch out, coggies.
What's the aim? Are you aiming just to fly to the end of the runway?
Just looking down the end of the runway and it'll come down when it's ready. There it is there.
Beautiful. Lovely.
Traffic caller, Jabiru 7693, vacated all runways. Caller.
You've got a break somewhere.
Yeah, got a brake here.
Thank God for that, yeah.
That's a handbrake.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so put the brake is on. Avionics.